Hello students, my name is Wahidullah and I am chemistry lecturer here at Cordoba School and Colleges. Dear student, we had started our third chapter of 10th class, and that was organic chemistry. Today we are going to study classification of organic compounds. So for today's our lecture content as usual consists of three parts. In the first part we are going to classify the organic compounds broadly, while in the second section we are going to study what is open chain organic compound, while in the third stage or in third part we are going to study closed chain organic compound. Now in broad classification, what we are going to study, the first one would be open chain organic compound, closed chain organic compound. The third one would be saturated organic compounds. The fourth one will be unsaturated organic compounds. While in the section of open chain we are going to study its types, and these are straight chain organic compounds. The second one is branch chain organic compound. While in the closed chain organic compound we are going to study what are homocyclic organic compounds and what are heterocyclic organic compounds. Now what are organic compounds, or what is organic compounds? So compounds of hydrocarbons and their derivatives are called organic compounds. By hydrocarbon we mean that compounds of hydrogen and carbon, and by their derivatives mean that those compounds which derive from these hydrocarbons, those compounds are called as organic compounds. Examples are alkane, alkene, alcohols, esters, ether, etc., carboxylic acid as well. Now classification of organic compound on the basis of saturation. So on the basis of saturation, organic compounds are classified as saturated organic compounds and unsaturated organic compounds. Students, remember that saturated organic compounds are those compounds which are having only single covalent bond. There will be no double or triple bond between the carbon and other atoms, while unsaturated organic compounds contain at least one double bond. So there would be one double bond between carbon and carbon. Okay, example of saturated organic compounds are alkane, while example of unsaturated organic compounds are alkene. We will study each and every terminology in details. Okay, second example of unsaturated organic compounds are alkynes. So alkynes are those organic compounds which contain at least one triple bond. Now we are going to study saturated organic compounds as well as unsaturated organic compounds. So what is saturated organic compound? Saturated organic compounds or saturated hydrocarbons are type of hydrocarbons in which all hydrogen atom and carbon atom are bonded together with a single bond. As I told you, there will be no double or triple bond between carbon and another hydrogen atom or any other atom. Unsaturated organic compounds or unsaturated hydrocarbons have at least one double or triple bond between the carbon atoms. Example of a saturated organic compound here you people can see. It's a cyclohexane. It's a 6 carbon compound, that's why it's called hexane, and it is in the form of cycle, so that's why it is called cyclohexane. You people can see that there is no double or triple bond between carbon and carbon hydrogen, so that's why they are called saturated organic compounds. Okay, the second example is a benzene, C6H6. So this is unsaturated organic compound. Here you people can see that there are 3 double bonds between carbon and carbon, so that's why it's called unsaturated organic compound or unsaturated hydrocarbon, because it contains a double bond. Now what are alkanes? So alkanes are identified because the carbon chain has only single bonds. Those hydrocarbons which are having only single bonds between the carbon and carbon, those hydrocarbons are termed as alkanes. In the picture you people can see that there is a 3 carbon compound and there is no double bond, so that's why it is one of the example of alkane. Now in case of alkene should have at least one double bond between carbon and carbon. In the above picture you people can see that there are 3 double bonds between carbon and carbon. And they are also called unsaturated hydrocarbons or organic compounds, while alkynes should have at least one triple bond between carbon and carbon. In the example ethine, you people can see that there is a triple bond between two carbon atoms. Now, a classification of organic compound in terms of its structure. So organic compounds are classified as open chain and closed chain. Open chain is further classified into straight chain and branch chain, while closed chain is further classified into homocyclic chain, and the second one is heterocyclic chain. Now we are going to study each and every type. So the first one is open chain organic compounds. In open chain organic compounds, carbon atoms are arranged in an open chain. It means that they will not be in the form of a cycle, because in a cycle each and every carbon is attached to each other and they form a ring structure. So in open chain we do not having any ring. It is classified into straight chain and branch chain. Now what is straight chain? As I told you that they are classified into straight chain as well as into branch chain. Now what is straight chain? So straight chain compounds are those compounds that is actually in which the carbon atoms are connected in a continuous chain, and there will be no branches. As you people can see that here, carbon in the first example ethane, carbon is attached to the carbon and they form a straight chain. Similarly in propane, the carbon atoms are also attached in a straight chain. In case of butane, the carbon atoms are arranged in a straight chain and there is no branching or no cycle as well. So these are the examples of straight chain. While in case of branch chain, there will be some branches, there will be some extremities. By branches or extremities we mean that for your ease, consider an example, a common life example, a human being. So you people can see that our body, our torso is a kind of a straight chain, while our hands are extremities. They are branch. When you pull your hand out of your body in a straight path or with a 90 degree, so that's a kind of a branch. That's a kind of extremity. So in case of branch chain, there will be some extremities. In the first example, you people can see that it's straight chain compounds. We are having 5 carbons and they are arranged in a straight chain. So that this is an example of a straight chain. While in the second example or in the third example, in isopentane, while in new pentane, you people can see that one of the carbon is attached as a branch, as an extremity. In the second example, in isopentane, there is a extra carbon, or you can say a branched carbon is attached to the carbon number 2. So that's why it's called a branch chain. While in case of new pentane, you people can see that there are 2 carbons attached to the second carbons. So these are their branches, these are their extremities. So that's why they are called as branch chain. Now, what is closed chain? By closed chain we mean that they will be cyclic compound. They will be in the form of a ring, and they are further classified into homocyclic organic compounds as well as hetero or heterocyclic organic compounds. Remember students, you are aware of that homo means same while hetero means different. So those organic compounds, those closed chain or ring structure organic compounds which are having only carbon in a ring, so those organic compounds are called homocyclic organic compounds, while heterocyclic organic compounds will be having another atom than carbon in a ring. For example, it could be oxygen, it could be nitrogen. So here we are having an example of homocyclic organic compounds. So as I told you that homocyclic organic compounds or hydrocarbons are those molecules that contain the ring structure and that consist of only of carbon atoms within the ring. So here you people can see in case of cyclohexanes, the ring consists of 6 carbon and complete inner ring is composed of carbon atoms. So that's why it is called a homocyclic organic compounds. Homocyclic organic compounds are further classified as alicyclic and aromatic. So what is alicyclic and aromatic? So alicyclic organic compounds, actually they contain one or more carbon ring which may be either saturated or unsaturated, but they do not have aromatic character. By aromatic character we mean that aromatic organic compounds are those compounds that contain alternate single and double bond, which means that there will be one single bond between two carbon atoms, and alternatively there will be a double bond between other two carbon atoms. It would be clear to you people in the next example. And here you people can see that alicyclic organic compound has been shown on the very left of your screen, and here there is a cycle. All the members are composed of carbon atoms and they do not have aromatic character. There is no alternate single and double bond. While in case of aromatic organic compound, you people can see that there is alternate single and double bond. There are two bonds between one and carbon number 1 and carbon number 2, or there is a third, there is a single bond between carbon number 2 and carbon number 3. So it means that there will be one single bond and one double bond between the two carbon atoms. That's why they are called aromatic organic compounds, because they contain one single and one double bond alternatively, while in case of alicyclic organic compounds they will not be having aromatic character. Like there will be some examples, there will be some examples in which there might be a double bond, but that would not be aromatic in character. Like there would be no continuous bonding pattern, like one double bond, one single bond, another one double bond, then a single bond, and then a double bond, and then a single bond, as in the case of benzene. You people can see on the very right of your screen. Now, what are heterocyclic compounds? So heterocyclic compounds, as I told you, they are those compounds that would be having one different atom in a ring of carbons. So in the first example, you people can see in pyrrole there is a one nitrogen atoms in the ring of carbon, so that's why this is called heterocyclic organic compounds. In case of furane, we are having oxygen, while in case of thiophene we are having sulfur, while in case of pyridine we are having a nitrogen. So those organic compounds which are having a different atom in their ring, so those organic compounds are called as heterocyclic organic compound. Okay student, that was all about our today's presentation. Thank you so much for your time.